Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I just got back from our local nursery with another mini garden haul. This is usually about the size I get when I go. But anyway, I made some choices over the past few weeks that I decided I really wanted to get another golden oregano, and I got the last smallish one they had left, and it is bursting out of this pot. So anyway, I love golden oregano so much, and even with the starts I made from some old plants that I had and the two that I bought before, I decided I still need more because a couple things going on. I'm really hoping to harvest a bunch off of this, at least some off this year, because I only have a little bit left from the year before last. Last year I didn't get anything because that was when my golden oregano, I'd moved it yet again, and it ended up getting totally covered up with tomatillos and zucchini that I didn't know was going to explode like that, and my plants ended up just disappearing. I think just being covered up, it just killed them because they were getting no sunlight whatsoever. But I managed to scavenge a few pieces from another little piece of golden oregano I had back here and separate it out and make several starts out of that. And I could still make starts out of what I've got because it's just like with the mints. I did a video recently on mint starts. I'll go ahead and link to that right up here if you're interested. You can do the same thing with oregano. Oregano is in the mint family, so it is very easy to make starts from. However, I really want to get a lot of it this year. And the other thing is I'm hoping maybe I can let some of it at least go to seed, because I know several people that are interested because they can't find the plants, they can't find the seed anywhere. So I'm going to see if I can do that this year, and if I can, I'll put those up on my store eventually. But that's one of my goals. So what I've decided to do with this is we did transplant our little apple tree that we used to have right back over here in a pot, just like we do our blueberries. We had it up there for quite a few years, and we were finally able to make space to put it in the ground this year. And I like to plant herbs and flowers and stuff at the base of my fruit trees for several reasons. Like I've got comfrey around a couple, because it's just really nourishing. The roots of the comfrey plant are really nourishing and good for the fruit trees, but putting herbs like oregano and mints in particular around the base of your fruit trees will help keep ants and aphids off of them. And so I decided I'm going to put this at the base of my apple tree, the little one. I've got mints around the bigger apple tree, so this is going to go, or peppermint around the bigger apple tree, so this is going to go at the base of my smaller apple tree, and also add some more vibrancy, life, and color, because this is actually very pale for a golden oregano that I almost didn't see it, because the more sunlight it gets, the more gold, lime and gold it turns. Right now it's just kind of a lime green, but it's not near as bright as it's going to get. I'll go ahead and put a picture right here of my other golden oregano I currently have, so you can see the difference in the coloring of this. And so this one hasn't been out in the sun enough. So anyway, once I get it out there, it's going to add just a little more brightness out there. And I'll probably eventually plant some other flowers and stuff, you know, close to it at the base. Like echinacea is another thing I've been wanting to put at the base of my trees. So anyway, that's why I decided to go ahead and invest in that for all of those reasons. And I decided that while I was there to buy another rosemary to replace the couple that I killed this year. They were doing so good and I killed them. I still have some real healthy ones, but try again. Boy, rosemary's just, you know, I think I'm doing really good with it, and then all of a sudden they up and die. But this one's called Tucson Blue, and I love the smell of this. So that's going to go in my West Herb garden. Eventually what I'm going to do is do some garden updates where I break down the different gardens. So I've got my deck garden, which there's a lot going on just on the deck garden. Then I've got the main garden. Then I've got the greenhouse. And then I've got the West Herb garden. And then I've got the front garden, which is, there's a section that's mostly just for herbs, and the other sections for other things, you know, mostly potatoes and zucchini. So I'll, you know, even though I've done a lot of overviews, just kind of running around, I'm going to do separate videos just focusing on the different gardens, because that way I can show you more of what's really going on instead of just doing a flyby and missing a lot of things that I always tend to forget. So anyway, that's where this is going, in the West Herb garden. And then I also got another one of these thymes. In one of the videos where I was talking about my thymes, my garden updates, and that's over on the south side, the little skinny strip of herb garden I've got on the south side over there in front of our big rec room, dance and martial arts room. Anyway, I couldn't remember the name of this. I can't believe I couldn't remember them. It's called Foxley. This is my favorite thyme. Love this one. And so I decided to get one more. I've got 2 real healthy ones. I'm going to get one more, and I'm going to plant it. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in that same little strip because I've got most of my thyme there, and it seems to be pretty happy there. And so that's where that's going to go. And then I decided to get, I know these are looking kind of leggy. They need to be repotted or planted anyway. I'm putting them in pots like my other strawberries right now because I don't know if I want a set strawberry bed here or even over on the property, which we still have to come up with a name for. But anyway, we'll have a video about that eventually. But anyway, I want to get a couple more because the ones I got from the nursery last time are looking real healthy and good. And so I decided I got a couple empty pots out front. I'm going to stick these out there. They're going to get lots of sun. This should do pretty good. And these ones already have berries forming. These ones, I'll get one of these is the honey eye and one is the totem. Again, these aren't labeled, so I've already forgot which one's which, but I don't care as long as I get some good June bearing strawberries, and which should be next month at the time that I'm shooting this video. It's actually May 26th. I'm not really sure when this is going to go up, but hopefully it will be close. I have to rearrange all my videos every time I do something like that. And I also wanted to show you real quick, I did just take a little bit of video while I was in the nursery today. I didn't show the whole thing, like I didn't show the whole inside. I should have, and I thought about it, but I couldn't find the people I was going to ask them if they minded, and I just thought, well, I'll just shoot a little bit of the outside. But they have so much great stuff at our local nursery. And keep in mind, we just live in a little small town on the peninsula of Washington State, a small little remote town, and we have a really great nursery. And even our local grocery store, the one grocery store we have, has its own little nursery at this time of the year, and they carry a lot of good stuff too. But the dedicated nursery, they have a lot of things, and that's where we also get our live chickens. And so we got our buff Orpingtons there a couple of years ago, and then this year we got our 3 little black sex links there, and they've all been very healthy chickens. I noticed today they had some silver lace Wyandottes, and it's like, man, if I had space to take more chickens in, I would have got those guys too. So anyway, it's a really great nursery. It's locally owned, and one of the reasons I wanted to bring that up is that it's called Rusty Gate Nursery, of course, because anything that's in rain country is going to be rusty or moldy. Rusty just sounds better. So we've had a few different stores around here, and outfits have had the name with rain or rusty in them because that's just what it does here. So anyway, really great place, and I wanted to share this with you again because I want to remind people that if you're not finding things like golden oregano in your local nursery, then ask them if they'll order it for you. They might be able to do it, because that's what I did with this. Is I've seen they've carried it before. That's how I accidentally actually ended up with it in the first time, and had to figure out what it was because it wasn't what I bought. I think it's something that just self-seeded in there somehow or whatever, or somebody got confused and thought it was stevia when it was actually golden oregano, and it was just a little tiny start, and she sold it to me for half price because it just looked really sad. And then as it grew, I realized this is not stevia. Then it grew and it got huge, and because it grows really fast, and then I fell in love with it. I had to figure out what it was, and on my own, doing my own research, and then found that, oh man, this stuff is great. And so I use it in cooking, and I really like it fresh in salads, by the way. Not like your regular oregano that's almost too hot to eat. It's very, very spicy. This you can eat right off the plant. It's very mild, has a sweeter flavor, and tastes delicious fresh in salads, but also dried as an herb. It's really great in baking, cooking, adding to sauces and whatnot. So anyway, don't be afraid to ask, especially if it's a locally owned nursery. They could probably do it. I mean, they might not be able to do it if you go to Walmart and go to their nursery. Maybe they can, but sometimes places like that are chain owned, they'll only get certain things in, where your more locally owned nurseries are going to be able to kind of look around and hunt around and find what you're looking for. So don't be afraid to ask. Just go in there. If you can't find the seed, you can't find the live plants, just ask them. And that applies to anything that you're looking for and you can't find. But again, I'm going to see if I can get some seed off it this year and save them and If so, they'll be up on our Etsy store probably in, I'm looking at probably late fall, early winter-ish when you'll see them. So anyway, all right, well, that's my little garden haul for today and my little update on what's happening in the garden and what I got going on. So I'm trying to get one garden update up each week. So that's my update for this week. And be watching, you know, next week I'll have another one where I start doing more of the tours. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that maybe you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.